What's up, YouTube? This is Ticklish, and today we're going to be talking Swancore. So, I know defining any genre scene can be controversial. I'll try to keep it simple. And for the story Swancore, we had to go back to the year 2008. Back then, a band called The Sound of Animals Fighting released their album The Ocean and the Sun. And in this album, there was a track called I the Swan. And this influential track caused this rush of bands. Okay, maybe that's not how this story goes. But in all seriousness, Swancore is really just progressive post-hardcore, modern progressive post-hardcore, which of course has been around for some time. But there is more history to it than just that. Swancore basically started in 2013 by Will Swan from Dance Gavin Dance when he opened his own record label, Blue Swan Records. So as the guitarist and the biggest band in the scene, Will Swan was able to grab a handful of very talented smaller bands that would soon become staple names in Swancore. First band to get signed was Stolas, followed shortly by Seinvar and Held the Sun. Stolas and Held the Sun both eventually went to Equal Visions Records, which also has a deep history with progressive post-hardcore. But any band that has previously been on Blue Swan Records or frequently tours with these bands are associated with the Swancore name. Swancore is a very collaborative, tight-knit community for all musicians involved, with bands frequently helping each other with personal feelings on tour and musical projects. Much of the same can be said of its fan base. Swancore is a very dedicated, growing fan base. But the community has been known for its toxicity at times too. There's even a popular YouTuber refusing to talk on Swancore topics, partly due to his fear of the fan base. Personally, I haven't had any bad experiences, and I've made random friends at shows. But at the end of the day, the music is freaking good. So why should any fan base stop you from exploring good music? Now that brings us to our next topic. What does Swancore even sound like? Progressive post-hardcore, fast and technical. Big bands in post-hardcore such as Circus Survive and At the Drive-In definitely have a big influence on many Swancore bands, along with many prog bands such as Between the Buried and Me, the Mars Volta, Coheed and Cambria, as well as instrumental prog bands such as Chan and Animals as leaders. But the two most influential bands in Swancore are Dance Gavin Dance and The Fall of Troy. Swancore is characterized by clean vocals, often high pitch, mixed with scream vocals. Some bands have two singers assigned to one or the other, or just one vocalist that handles both roles. Unusual song structures, changing time signatures, increasing focus on complex guitar work give Swancore its unique sound. It's been great to see Swancore evolve to the point that it now includes bands with no relation to Blue Swan Records. Bands all over the world are now contributing to the Swancore sound, reaching new heights in popularity. Do you think I missed any big details? Or do you disagree with the bands that I listed as influences? And what are your favorite Swancore bands? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from y'all.